Okay, students, let's see F algorithm or the Bellman-Ford algorithm. Okay, so let's see a simple question. The question is given the directed graph and with the weights of the edges labeled and run the BF algorithm and starting from the node that the arrow points to and show the updates of the D array. And well, again, I'm assuming that you have already studied the BF algorithm or you have the pseudocode of the BF algorithm right on your screen. Okay, so here are some of the additional requirements just to help us to run the BF algorithm. You should visit all the edges in the alphabetical order, and that is we want to visit the edge AB, and then followed by the next one, which is AD, and then AI. So all the three edges are starting from the A. So after we have finished visiting all the edges starting from the A, and then we visit all the edges start from the B, so we have the BH, and after BH, and we start from the C, so we have CF, okay, etc. And stop after you have finished the first pass of the outer loop. Okay, so for the first round of the outer loop, what do I mean? If you have the BF algorithm open, and then you will see that, well, there is an iteration for I starting from the 1 and go all the way up to the number of the V minus 1. What does that mean? So this iteration starts from 1, which I equals 1. And then when do we finish? We finish when the I reaches the V, the number of the vertices in the graph, minus 1. So how about we count how many vertices do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we have a total of 9 nodes in this graph. This means that for the outer loop, we are going to run from I equals 1 all the way up to I equals 8. So a total of 8 iterations. And I say stop after you have finished the first pass of the outer loop. So there are a total of 8 passes we need to go for the outer loop, but I'm only requiring to do one pass. Well, this is the painful part of the BF algorithm because for the BF algorithm, well, it requires you to do a lot of the passes. So, well, usually if I'm requiring students to do a BF algorithm on the final exam, I usually require my students to only do one pass or two passes of the outer loop. Okay, so let me stop the PowerPoint and then let's go to the drawing board. Okay, on the drawing board, and well, I have already start this process. So well, this is a D. So well, I'm gonna and for the D, that is only a 1D array. But as we are visiting all the edges like AB, AD, and AI, and then we are gonna keep on updating the D, and then this one will of course be the final version of the D. But anyhow, this is the working process of how we are going to update the D. Okay, starting from the A. So A, it will be our source. So at the very beginning, we only know how to get the A. So the cost will be 0 because A is the source. And for all the remaining of the nodes, we don't know how to get there. So the costs are all infinity. And after that, we know AB. And for the AB, oh boy, I think I missed them. So the cost will be 1 and 2 here. So for the AB, the cost is 1. What does that mean? This means starting from the A, do we know how we can get to A? Yes, the cost of the A is 0. And then we also know AB, the cost is 1. So this means that we can get to B at the cost of 1. And then for the remaining of them, they are all infinities. So I'm going to just skip writing the infinities because there are so many of them. Okay, and then AD. So the next edge is AD. So do we know how to get to A? Yes, the cost is 0, and then from A to D, the cost is 5. This means, well, we can go to the D with the cost of 5. And then for the 0 and 1, I'm going to copy them down. And then for the AI, this means that we can go to the I at the cost of a 2. And then for the 0, 1, and 5. I'm going to keep them down. And after that, BH. So for the BH, the cost is 2. And do we know how to get to B? And yes, going to B, the cost is 1. And from B to H, the cost is 2. So going to H, the total cost will be a 3. We have a 2 here. We have a 0 here, 1 here, and 5 here. Okay, so and then we have the CF. And do we CF, the cost is 3, but do we know how to get to C? The answer is no. So for this edge, there's nothing to be updated. Okay, the next one, D to the C, the cost is 4. So do we know how to get to D? Yes, it is 5. And then D to C, it will be a 4. So going to C, the total cost will be a 9. So let me copy the values down again. Okay, and then the DE. Do we know how to get to D? That is 5. And then going to E, the cost will be a 1. So it will be a 6. So 0, 1, 9, 5. And then a 3 and a 2. Okay, so FG. F to G, the cost is a 6. Do we know how to get to F? Nope. So there's nothing to be updated. The reason is very simple. We don't know how to get to AF yet. Okay, and then HC. Do we know how to get to H? The answer is yes. The cost is 3. So H to C, the cost will be 3 plus 3 will be a 6. However, we know an existing path, the cost is 9. So we want to do a relax here. So I'm going to update this 9 to a 6 because there is a better path possible. Okay, so let me fill in all those values. So, okay, and then, okay, so did I? Oops, I think I did it wrong. So for the F to G, wait, why am I touching the F? Okay, so we are touching the H to C now. Give me 1 second. Let me get it fixed. So all those values should be down here. So it should be the 6 here and 0, 1, 5, 6, 3, and 2. So this is we are updating the H to C, and then we are finding a better value, better or shorter path to go from A to C, and the total cost will be 1, and then 2, and then a 3. So the total cost will be a 6. Okay, and then the last edge is IE. So do we know how to get to I? The cost is 2. Yes. And then do we and for the E, okay, so we have and then that is a 2 plus a 6. So well, E, we find another path to go to the E, and the cost is higher than 6. The cost will be 8. So well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna still keep the lower value. So 1, 0, 1, 6, 5, 6, 3, and 2. Okay, so this is the first outer pass of the first pass of the outer loop of the BF algorithm. And are we done yet? No, we have to run this again. So if we are running the next round, what we are gonna do is we are gonna copy this line here, and then we are gonna go down the A, B, A, D, A, I, all the edges again, and we are gonna do this for a total of 8 rounds because we have a total of 9 nodes. So the V, the number of the nodes will be a 9. So we are gonna do a total. The I value will start from 1 and then go all the way up to the number of the nodes minus 1, which is 8. So the I value will start from the 1 and the last pass will be go to the 8. So there will be a total of 8 passes like this. And in this example, I only did one pass. Okay, so this is the answer of the question, and let me bring you back the question again. So we want to show the updates of the D array, and for the D array, and that is only for one pass of the outer loop, and then we are I'm using a table to show you all the updates of the D array. Okay, so this is the example of the BF algorithm, and I believe this is really late. It's almost 1 a.m. Let me stop here, and probably I will continue doing more videos tomorrow. Bye.